Let me ask you something. What if some of the things we call normal life are actually just things we learn to survive, not things we should accept? Because growing up in Nigeria didn't just shape me, it exposed me to things that quietly changed how I see life. And I didn't fully realize it until much later. At some point, I wasn't just living. I was quietly hoping for a way out of the things everyone else had accepted as normal. We have accepted so many things as normal. And in this video, I want to share 3 experiences that stayed with me. Not to blame anyone and not to attack a system, but to reflect on how deeply certain realities can shape how we think, feel, and even dream. Because sometimes what we normalize is what slowly teaches us fear instead of freedom. Can you relate? Can you understand that? What we secretly accept shape our reality, and what we accept. The first one starts with something very ordinary. Going to the market for grocery. Even when I was younger in high school, that should be simple, right? Going to the grocery. That should be simple. But what happened? What have I witnessed? But I remember seeing people being chased by so-called task forces. And instead of feeling like order, it felt chaotic. It felt like something was off. But nobody really stopped to question it anymore. Nobody stopped to question it. And I remember thinking, even as a younger person, what kind of world am I growing into? If this is what everyday life looks like, task forces everywhere and the market women were running helter-skelter, that stayed with me more than I expected. Point 2, road experiences. Traveling from this road to that road. Then there's something many people experience traveling on the road. Officers who are supposed to protect and assist during emergencies. Officers who are supposed to protect and assist during emergencies, they often become the ones checking papers and creating situations where people feel pressured and exploited. And instead of feeling safe when you see them, many people feel anxious. Even when you have your papers, like you are not being protected, you are being assessed. And over time, that changes how you move through life. Am I right? Even simple travel start to carry emotional tension. Point 3. Told you I have 3 things. Security responses. And then something even deeper. When people experience something serious like burglary, you expect the first response to bring relief. But sometimes the very people meant to investigate, end up placing the responsibility back on the victim, telling you to help identify the people who broke into your own home, telling you to help identify people who broke into your own home. And in that moment, you are left with a quiet question. If something happens to me, who is actually here to help? If officers cannot help, if neighbors cannot help, these three things are not just separate experiences. They reflect a deeper emotional pattern many people grow up with, where fear slowly becomes normal. And questioning it feels like something unusual. And I think many of us carry these silent questions, but rarely say them out. We rarely say them out loud because nobody is listening. Nobody wants to help. They smuggled my house. The officers came and we called them and they said like, we should help them look for the burglars. For me, there was a point in my life where I started praying differently. Not just for success or direction, but for understanding and for a way out of the things I couldn't fully explain at the time. Because I realized something important. What is it? You don't always notice when your environment is shaping your mindset. Many of us don't realize it until you step back and start questioning it. Our environment quietly shape our mindset. Now I want to hear from you. Honestly, I want to hear from you. What are some things you grew up seeing that you once thought were normal? I've told you three things today. But now question. Share your thoughts in the comments. I genuinely want to understand different perspectives. And if you connect with reflections like this on culture, healing, and the things we really talk about, those things we really talk about are things I will be talking about on this channel. Subscribe to Reflect, Heal with Sola. I love you to be in this community because healing begins when we stop pretending everything is normal. I don't pretend. I speak. I've been speaking but inside my house, but now to the public. Thanks for watching and for listening. I'll see you again later. Bye.